I never thought I would be the kind of woman who gets fooled in her own marriage. When I got married at 26, I believed I had found my forever person. We had a simple life, nothing flashy, but it felt stable. Or so I thought. Looking back now, every small detail I ignored was actually a warning. But I only realized that when it was already too late. We met through a mutual friend in university. He was calm, respectful, the type of man everyone called responsible. He wasn't rich, but he worked hard. We dated for 2 years before getting married. At first, everything felt normal. He left for work every morning at 8 a.m., came back by 6 to 7 p.m., spent weekends with me. Never acted suspicious. He wasn't perfect, but nobody is. The only strange thing was how private he was with his phone, but I ignored it. I told myself, everyone deserves privacy in marriage. That was my first mistake. After 3 years of marriage, things started changing slightly. He began taking his phone everywhere, even to the bathroom. Sleeping late, always working, getting defensive when I asked simple questions. Changing passwords frequently. One time I asked him jokingly, "Are you hiding a second wife?" He laughed too quickly, too forced, then said, "You watch too many movies." We both laughed it off, but I remember that feeling in my stomach. Something was off. The turning point came one Tuesday evening. He told me he had a late meeting at work, but that night I saw something strange. His office called me, not him. Me. The receptionist said, "Your husband hasn't been coming to the office regularly. Is everything okay?" My hands went cold. I asked again, "What do you mean he hasn't been coming?" She paused, then said, "He was transferred months ago. Didn't he tell you?" That was the moment everything started breaking. That night, I didn't confront him immediately. I waited, I observed, and I started checking everything carefully. What I found didn't make sense. Fake work schedules, strange bank transactions, unfamiliar contacts saved under names like Mike Office. Phone calls always taken outside. Then one night, I followed him. My heart was racing so fast I thought I'd collapse. He didn't go to work. He went to a completely different part of the city, and he entered a house I had never seen before. I stayed in the car for 20 minutes. Then I saw it. A woman opened the door, and she hugged him like she had been waiting for him. I didn't scream. I didn't confront them. I just watched. The next morning, I hired someone to investigate. What I discovered destroyed everything. He had another phone, another bank account, another SIM card, and another relationship that had lasted 5 years. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was this. He wasn't just cheating. He had been living as a completely different person. Different name, different job, different story. He had built 2 lives, and I was only part of one. That evening, I waited for him at home. When he walked in, he smiled like nothing was wrong. "Hey, how was your day?" I looked at him for a long time, then I said, "I know everything." Silence. For the first time in years, as he didn't speak, his face changed instantly. Confusion, fear, then guilt. I told him everything I discovered. He didn't deny it. He just sat down and said, "I never wanted it to go this far." That sentence broke something inside me, because it meant he knew exactly what he was doing all along. I left that house 2 days later. No shouting, no drama, just silence. The kind of silence that changes your life forever. People always think betrayal is loud, but sometimes it's quiet, like realizing your entire life was built on half-truths. If there is one thing I learned from this, it's that trust is not something you give blindly. It's something you observe over time. And when small lies start adding up, they are never small anymore. They are just the beginning of something bigger.